Imagine a country which helps other countries. Imagine a country which the entire world depends on, both in sickness and in health. Imagine a country where the tax money goes straight back to the citizens' own pockets. And if that was not enough, imagine a country which will actually pay you money to go visit. Imagine Taiwan. Now, I know this is hard to understand, but it's actually out here, out in the middle of the Swedish forest, where I've come to realize that I am the most proud over Taiwan. So in this video, I wanted to share that although I have been living in Taiwan for 11 years, here are my top reasons for why I have been extra proud over Taiwan recently. And as I am recording this video, it is actually the 1-year anniversary of the Russia-Ukraine war. It's also the 1-year anniversary of Taiwan's support to Ukraine, since Taiwan pretty much right away started supporting Ukraine, condemning this invasion by Russia, and also started the donation to Ukraine and the Ukrainian victims. But since this was an outdated article, I think that we're far surpassed the 1 billion Taiwanese dollars mark, which is such an incredible milestone, which Taiwan once again exceeded when it came to the Turkish victims of the devastating Turkish earthquake just a few weeks ago. And in addition to the over 1 billion Taiwanese dollars that Taiwan sent to Turkey, Taiwan also sent 2 search and rescue teams consisting of over 130 rescuers and 5 rescue dogs. Now, these rescue teams and these rescue men and dogs have actually now come back to Taiwan, met with the president, who pointed out that this was the first mission and the first time in history that a Taiwan search and rescue team has reported to United Nations Reception/Departure Center. But as we all know, this is far from the first time where Taiwan has showed the entire world that Taiwan actually can help. Now, I'm not gonna go back in time and once again talk about how just amazing Taiwan was throughout the entire COVID pandemic, with pretty much COVID being non-existent in Taiwan for the first 2 years, also with Taiwan producing more or less the entire world's face masks at one point, because I know that if you have subscribed to my channel, then you should already know that by now, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you should have already done that by now as well. And the reason for why I know that everyone should know this is the fact that even out here in the middle of the Swedish countryside, this is pretty much the first thing people are telling me when I'm telling them that I actually not live in Sweden, I live in Taiwan. So I think that we are starting to move away from the stereotypical, oh, did you mean Thailand, to a more, oh yeah, I know Taiwan, that is the country who has face masks and also semiconductors. Because most of the people I have been talking with, they are realizing that the iPhone that they have in their pocket actually has some semiconductors from Taiwan inside. So I think it's no more than right, in order to show appreciation to Taiwan and the Taiwanese contributions to literally the entire world, if you are watching this video on a device that has one or a few components from Taiwan, then please do support a YouTuber living in Taiwan by liking and subscribing to this video. And speaking about showing appreciation, I think that's exactly what the Taiwanese government are doing, since they announced that they will actually share the Taiwanese tax surplus revenue with the Taiwanese citizens and the APRC holders. Now, I don't know all the details here, and I don't know if this is the best way of spending these tax money revenue surplus, but I do know for a fact that one of the biggest complaints when it comes to the taxes in Sweden, other than the fact that we're paying literally like 30% in tax here in Sweden, is that we don't see the tax returned to us in any concrete way. So hearing this news that the government in this case will actually give their money back straight into the pockets of its citizens just makes me extremely happy. And speaking about things that makes me extremely happy, I think it's time for us to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Emma. Now, it doesn't matter if you ask my mom, dad, me, or our cats, we will all agree on that the Emma mattress is the most comfortable mattress we've ever had. After my dad tried it for only one night, my dad insisted that Emma also send him a mattress. So, although this mattress has a super amazing motion isolation feature, meaning that you can do whatever you want on this side of the bed without this side of the bed feeling anything at all, since my dad is, how should we say, in need of a little bit larger bed, they actually have their own separate Emma mattress. But rest assured, it does not matter which size you are getting on your Emma mattress, since they all come with the same features, including this super amazing motion isolation technology. And you can also get this 100% removable and washable mattress protection as well. And let's not forget these super amazing and also very much customizable Emma pillows as well. You can see the original pillow is literally like twice as thick. So no matter if you prefer a low or high pillow, all you have to do, you just open the zipper and then customize the pillow just the way you like it as well. Just like the mattress, these pillows are just amazing as well. But you don't have to take my word for it, since Emma is offering a 100-night trial, so you can actually order everything and try it out for yourself in your own home, in your own living environment. And then if you're not 100% satisfied after 100 nights, you can of course return everything free of charge and get 100% of the money back. And to make this even better, Emma currently has a super promotion where you can get up to 40% off their bundle deals on their website. And as if that was not enough, if you do use my personal coupon code Lukas10, you will get an additional 10% off during checkout as well. And of course, Emma also ships their mattresses all over the world, including Sweden, Taiwan, and even my Swedish barn, where we will go next to continue with the rest of this video. Now, although Emma is actually shipping their mattresses all over the world, I would still highly recommend to first visit Taiwan and then order your Emma mattress from there, since Taiwan government is actually giving out 5,000 Taiwanese dollars, which is around 165 USD, to visitors and tourists in order to incentivize them to come and visit Taiwan. So when you thought that the country of Taiwan literally could not get any better, you will actually also get paid just to come and visit and check it out for yourself. Before we continue, I just want to say that I am 100% supportive that the fact that the citizens and the APRC holders in Taiwan are actually getting this cash back from the tax surplus revenue. And I think it's just amazing that tourists and visitors would actually get paid to visit Taiwan, and literally just sounds too good to be true. But I also do want to take this opportunity to talk about us poor foreigners in between. We don't actually get any money right now. We don't get the tourist money, and we don't get the tax surplus money that is supposed to go to Taiwanese citizens and these APRC holders. I just want to make this clear. I am in no need of this money myself, but I do feel that since tourists and visitors who maybe never have been in Taiwan before are getting this 5,000 NT as an incentive to come and visit Taiwan, I do feel like we normal ARC holders are a little bit left behind, which is not the first time, because during COVID there were, I think, 5,000 quadruple vouchers, there were 3,000 triplet vouchers or something, which was given to citizens, which again, I'm not going to compete with Taiwanese citizens, but they were also given to APRC holders as well, whereas us normal ARC holders did not get anything. So that means that, for example, APRC holders who might be living in an apartment making YouTube videos just like me in the middle of Guting somewhere would be getting, I think in total, 13,000 Taiwanese dollars by this point during just the last couple of years. And then new people who have never been in Taiwan would get 5,000 Taiwanese dollars for, you know, nothing. But yeah, long story short, super proud of Taiwan. I think Taiwan is amazing towards its citizens, amazing to our APRC holders, amazing to tourists and visitors. Still very much okay for normal ARC holders as well. I'm just a little bit jealous, and I wanted to get that out there, that if any minister or finance, tax, revenue, surplus guy is watching, next time think about this foreigner as well, or at least subscribe to this channel and maybe also become a member to support this channel a little bit more, so I can continue to support and promote Taiwan every single week. Moving on, and my next thing that I'm super proud of is just how incredibly easy it is to, if you are one of these 5,000 extra NT tourist or foreigner coming to Taiwan, how incredibly easy it is to go straight into the Taiwanese system. And I am talking, for example, that there's no more quarantine regulation in Taiwan, and you can also buy your own SIM card with a data plan straight at the airport, so you are ready and could even also watch this video on the MRT from the airport into the city. Just to give you a little bit more background information why this is such a big deal, I'm gonna share a story that happened to me as I was coming back to my own country. So it's just like if you as a Taiwanese citizen would travel back to Taiwan. In Sweden, at Arlanda airport in Stockholm, there's not a single place that will sell you a data plan, at least not from customs to this luggage conveyor belt and to the bus station that will take you, in my case, out to the middle of nowhere in Sweden, which is super frustrating because in Sweden, literally everything is done on your phone. We have, again, if you watch my previous video, we have this system called Swish, which you will literally like swish, pay with your phone, just like point that up. It's basically like line pay, but just so much better because literally every single bank, every single system, and every single person is using the system. So again, I land in Sweden. There's no place to buy a SIM card. But then 1 week later, it was time for us to go back into the city. And of course, it turns out that was a Sunday, first of all. So all the stores that sells like SIM cards in the entire city were like closed because Sweden just don't function on Sundays because everyone wants to rest. So I had to wait another week, or well, technically 6 days because we went back on a Saturday because we learned our lesson. I once again go back into this store. I gave him my Swedish ID. He looked it up in a computer base with my social security number, and he was like, I cannot find you in the system. I don't have a Swedish address. And like, yeah, no, well, no, I don't have a Swedish address. I don't live in Sweden. I live in Taiwan. And he's like, yeah, no, that's not how our system works. Do you have your passport? And I'm like, no, I'm a Swedish citizen in Sweden. I don't travel with my passport all the time. And he's like, yeah, that makes sense. Now, turns out that if you are a Swedish citizen with a Swedish ID, but no registered Swedish address, you cannot register in the system as a Swede. And if you do want to register as a foreigner, you do need a foreign passport and cannot use a Swedish passport because then you would register as a Swede in the system. You know, I have no idea how this system is the way it is, but my point is that I'm just super proud of just how well Taiwan is handling their lack of system, if that makes sense. I just have to say, I absolutely love Swedish systems. They're absolutely amazing and super convenient 99% of the time. Problem is that if you're outside of the system, in my case, a Swedish citizen not living in Sweden, there's just no way to get into this system again, and you would just like forever be like an outsider in Sweden, in my own country. Now, on the contrary, especially if you're a foreigner living in Taiwan, you can also very well argue that there's also a system in place in Taiwan, which I guarantee you no foreigner will ever understand, because basically it just feels like you go into a bank and then every single person in that bank has its one dedicated purpose. At least in my situations, everything has always been sorted out. Sure, maybe sometimes no one tells you that you need like paper B, so you have to go back 3-4 times. Super annoying, but at least there will be possible in the end. And as much as the Taiwanese systems honestly most of the time suck, the people behind the system, or at least the people behind the counters and the people working in Taiwan, are just so amazing, will help you every single time, and will also have an understanding of the situation that you are in. Although they think that there's nothing they can do to help you, they will actually pay attention and care for you until your situation has been solved. Okay, way too long of a story turned out to me ranting about Sweden instead of just saying how proud I am over Taiwan. But that was my whole point. I'm super excited to very soon go back to Taiwan again. And since you have been watching this far in the video, I can also share that at the time you are watching this video, I will hopefully already be back home in Taiwan again, as long as my bus to the train to the plane to Dubai and back again all works as a charm. So hopefully by the time you're watching this video, I am already in Taiwan looking for my new apartment and my new studio somewhere in Taiwan, which we still have not found yet. And if that is something that you want to see, please do remember to subscribe to this channel. And if you want to support a hardworking ARC holder, which is not getting a 6,000 tax revenue surplus cashback from the government, or also not getting a 5,000 tourist visitor incentive from the government, please also consider becoming a YouTube channel member to support me on my weekly work on promoting and supporting Taiwan every single week. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. It starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all back home in Taiwan.